Hi, Ilya here. For this video, I've made a couple of adjustments. So first of all, I've gotten my microphone from my podcasting days, and looks like this. It's an Rode anti-USB microphone. I love it, and I think for the purposes of this course, it would be much better if I record using it. Now, I have also found my camera. It's a Logitech Brio 4K camera, but it seems that I cannot record a Loom with more than HD quality, so I cannot use full HD and 4K. Therefore, whatever you're seeing here is a bit lower quality than what I can do, but I'll make sure that for the important lectures you'll be able to see me well. Now, from here on, I will be using this microphone. I know it looks a bit dumb to be speaking with it, but it also changes my voice in a good way. It does some filtering and so on. I'm sure that this will increase the quality of the course overall. All right, now, where were we? First interaction with ChatGPT. I was thinking a lot about this, and I was thinking, and then I came up with this very good idea that the first interaction with ChatGPT, it's not about what I'm gonna show you, right? It's not about my first interaction with ChatGPT. It's about the person's first interaction. So if you get it, you get it, right? And I have to try to make this happen. And what the structure that I've decided to implement is this. First, a lecture will be called the most important lecture of the course, and it will be me having a simple conversation with ChatGPT. I will also be recording this. So the way I imagine the video would be me. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but this is the whole building public thing, so I have to explain it to someone, and it's gonna be you, whoever is watching, right? So the lecture will start with some video of me in the middle, right? Woohoo, hello, and I'll be saying, this is the most important lecture of the course. Don't skip it, no matter how experienced you are with ChatGPT. In this video, I'll show you the most basic use case of all. Write an email. After this lecture, there'll be plenty of exercises. It's crucial that you complete all of them. And this will be the intro. It will be me like this. So I'll play it out for you, so you see, the process of making this happen. And there we go. This is the most important lecture of the whole course. Now, I don't know my script, so that's why I'm doing this. Don't skip it, no matter how experienced you are with ChatGPT. In this video, I will show you the most basic use case of all. Write an email. After this lecture, there will be plenty of exercises. It is crucial that you complete all of them. Now, I'll be a bit more excited, right, for the camera and everything. And then what I'll do is I'll switch to screen recording. I will remove the video even, and I will simply record my voice, and then I will create the perfect lecture with a very instructive and toned down voice. It goes like this. I'll not be looking at the camera. I'll just be reading it. I'll be reading and recording this in a separate software that will record only my voice through the microphone. I will not move much. Maybe it's better if you look at it from here. Is it? I think this could work. Yeah, looking this from afar, it's like me reading the script to the microphone. Nah, this is not good. Yeah, anyways. Here's the voice. Ready? Let's enter the platform and start a new chat. I'll begin with, I want to write an email. I didn't like this. I'll begin with, I want to write an email. Ask me several clarifying questions to get more context before answering. And so on. Now I will record this live for you so that you can see how it works. Okay, I'm recording live. Okay, this sound is not coming from the right microphone. Recording device and USB. It works. Okay, I'm recording live. Wow, this is not good. Let's start again. Prova. This is not good. It's capturing all the sound from somewhere else. This is not good. It's capturing. This is not getting the right microphone. Anyways, I'll not be recording it live. I think it's because I'm recording this video with it. That's why you can't see. But anyways, for the purposes of this, you just needed to see how the lecture would go. I'll craft the email, I'll show them, and then I will provide 10 different exercises. Write an email, write a poem, write an essay, how to learn how to code, have better sleep, how to quit my job, fix frozen phone, how to sell my product better, what is string theory, and write a report. All of these are 10 different ones that are very different in the way the conversation will go. Why? Well, write an email is a basic one, but it requires the information from like who is the email for, who is the email from, what are you trying to achieve, what are you trying to say, blah, blah. Writing a poem, of course, very poetic, very different. It's not for work, but it gives a gist of this is what ChatGPT can do. It's amazing at writing stuff, and if you're writing a poem, it's gonna be every clarifying question that you get will be different from those from writing an email. In a similar way, I want to say that writing an essay is also a different task. And when we say write an email, write a poem, write an essay, these three completely different tasks. People who write emails are not the people who write poems and are rarely the people who write essays, right? Okay, if you write poems and essays, maybe there's an overlap. But generally, 3 different types of people are doing this. And when everybody is saying ChatGPT is great for writing text, what text? That these texts are largely like there is nothing in common between these 3 types of texts, not in the people who create them, not in the people who use them, not in anything, right? Next, learn to code. So I wanted to have 3 writing ones so that you can see differences. Learning to code is learning to do X, right? And this will show you many different things. I've decided to go for learn to code because I think it's a common one. So many people will be like, oh, this was actually very useful for my secondary goal, right? Have better sleep. I think it's quite important to know that you can use ChatGPT for. So far, what did we do? Write an email. Shows you the basic use case. I showed it, but you can use it. Everybody's writing emails. Everybody can benefit from this. Writing a poem. Many people cannot write a poem. It's hard for them to write a poem. Well, not anymore, right? This is one of the first aha moments, right? I can now write poems and they can say what I want them to say. Write an essay. By the way, I just want to also show you that all of these things I am preparing in the ChatGPT for Work workspace in team-gpt. Yeah, of course I'm selling the product as well, right? I'm trying to push team-gpt to more people, but it's because it's super useful. And yeah, okay, let's see here. Loom doesn't support full HD and 4K video. This is my quick checks. Hereditary thrombophilia, a disease that is in my DNA apparently. We'll see if I unlock it anytime. Okay, the most important, we reached. Write a poem. Yes, I want to show in team-gpt. I have created this. Have these 10 chats, mandatory lecture. Here are the examples. I have had the chats. Here's the poem that I wrote. Let's create a poem, and it's to my Schmipsy, to my wife Masha. I call her Schmipsy, and I want it to rhyme. I want to be no more than 100 words, blah blah blah. I'm answering all of these things, right? So yeah, here is the output, right? And the output is in terms of code, and this is very funny because it's the first time that someone will see that, oh wait, why is the output code? And I'm writing this should not be code, and it's giving me, you know, the poem. Okay, how about using a different form in couplets and on, and it goes like, Schmipsy, my love, your presence is a delight. In our home with you, everything feels right. Your love, Bipsy, is like none other. With you, I long for no other. In our life, with devotion, we dance towards a future together in trance. I really want to read it on this cool microphone, but I'll spare it for now. Anyways, so writing a poem, great. Writing and then I have also prepared the exercises folder, and they have all the exercises here. Write an essay, write a poem, like write a poem, yeah, email, all of them are there. So examples of the chats I had, the way I answered to these questions, for the clarifying question. By the way, for this building public, this is what happens when you say let's create a poem, ask me clarifying questions. You get very relevant questions. What is the theme or subject of your poem? Do you want it to rhyme? Do you have a preference for the length? Blah blah blah. All of these should be answered to have a good poem. What I'm trying to show the people is to have a good conversation, to write a good poem. You have to provide this context. Who is the poem for? Do you want rhyming? How long should it be? Blah. Once you have done it, you will have this beautiful poem, right? It was beautiful to my Schmipsy, you know, because I answered these questions. They were not hard questions. They were not, I haven't written not a mega prompt with like 1,000 things. No, I just provided enough information, enough context, enough structure to complete this goal. You know, this is a goal and this is the context. And it's much, much better this way. So they will go through this themselves, and they'll go through the write an email. Here the questions are who is the recipient, main purpose. Then they will go through write an essay, and the essay goes like what's the topic, what's the purpose, you know, are you trying to inform, are you trying to persuade, are you analyzing? Such good questions, right? All of these are providing some good context, and to have a good essay, you have to give enough context. But this is true for everything you ask to ChatGPT. And I have picked these 10. The next one is learn how to code. This one, okay, I'll not show them to you anymore, but learn how to code shows learning experiences with ChatGPT. So how can you use ChatGPT for learning? I think it's a great resource for this, and it should be leveraged. Have better sleep. That's important for every person. That's important for health. And ChatGPT is not a doctor, but how to have a better sleep is not something you ask to your doctor, right? It's not something you ask to anybody before ChatGPT. You can Google it, but it's just one article. ChatGPT is very good at summarizing, all the knowledge in the world, many articles that exist, many books, many high quality sources could be used here. You can even ask it, cite the sources. How to quit my job. Now, this is the personal growth aspect. So similar to learn to code. So have better sleep was good for the mental health and health in general. How to quit my job. Good. This is something many people are asking themselves, but it's more about the bad experience. You have some bad experience with your boss or colleague or something. You have nobody to tell. You can whine to your friends, but who gives you a good advice? Well, ChatGPT can give you some advice about this if you want to quit your job. I realize that for this course, this may not be the best approach, because the employers would pay the people to get the course. I'm very anxious about leaving this how to quit my job inside, because people will be paying for the course, the company is paying, and then you're quitting and then you're leaving the company. But maybe this will be a better outcome. I don't know how to fire somebody, how to find a new job better. I don't know. I want to leave it. It's a bit controversial, but I think it just because it's so controversial, people would like to go through this. But if every person in the course goes through this I shouldn't leave it, guys. I shouldn't leave it in the course. It's not right. It's not right. Yeah, I'm getting paid by the employers. I cannot do it. Okay, how to quit my job? I'll do it like this. How to resolve a conflict with my teammate. Okay, this is good for the company. So this was the goal I was trying to achieve. I was trying to show them something that everybody has had, and that ChatGPT could be used for, resolving conflicts within the team as well. And these are very, very interesting use cases, right? So maybe I should put it up here. Okay, I want them to not be bored by this. I want them to write the email. Yes, they should write the email because I have showed it and they have to practice it. And then what's the most interesting next one? How to resolve a conflict with my teammate, with my colleague. I think everybody has had a conflict with someone at the workplace, and they can resolve the conflict better through ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is so good at giving advice, coaching, and these things. I need to show it here. Learn to code, knowledge. Have better sleep, cool. Write a poem, write an essay. I'll leave these for last. These are important, but I'll leave them for last. Fix frozen phone. This is troubleshooting. Stack Overflow is 50% down in terms of traffic, and it's because people are starting to check their problems here. I even checked, the Loom recording thingy with 700 with the. bad quality. I checked in ChatGPT. Okay, how to sell my product better. This is what all the marketing people have been waiting for. ChatGPT, they get it. Marketing people get it, so that's fine. What is string theory? So this is where people will get information, facts. I'm very much against using ChatGPT for facts. I will be saying this in many places, and I actually want to go here and do. Don't ask this. Facts. Yeah, okay. Facts is the second lecture. Yeah, good enough. Yeah, facts not good, but they should know that it's possible. But later I will say don't do it. Write an email, write an essay, write a report. Report is interesting because it uses numbers and analysis, so it's very different from these. So this is how I would be creating these. By the way, since I changed the how to quit my job one, how to quit my job, I will archive this and I will create a new example. Okay, let's create it together on this video. Okay, let us see. Okay, so ChatGPT is coming up with a series of questions for me, and I need to answer them for the purposes of the lecture I'm preparing. What's the nature of the conflict? Okay. Work ethic. Okay. So my problem, the problem that I would be referring to right here is I have someone who's not doing enough work. Now, I'm not, so for anyone watching, I'm not talking about any specific person. If you feel guilty, if you think I'm talking about you, you're self-imposing this guilt maybe because you are not doing enough work. But the thing is, in every team I have ever led in the last 10 years, every team ever, someone is not doing enough work and other people are doing too much work, right? So they're balancing out, but there's always someone who's not doing enough work. And the question is, how do we deal with those people, right? And let's ask ChatGPT, what's the nature of the conflict? The person is too lazy, not working enough. How long has this conflict been going on? 6 months, let's say. Have you had any previous conflicts with the same colleague? If so, how are they resolved? Yes, it is a recurring conflict. They don't work enough. What steps, if any, have you taken to resolve? I have tried telling them they don't work enough. I have pushed them harder. I have told others about this. Okay. What is your relationship with a colleague aside from this conflict? Are you in a this is the most important question, right? Whenever you're trying to resolve a conflict with a colleague, this is the first thing you like you have to give as feedback, as context, right? And here is the context. I am their boss. We're not peers. I'm their boss and I can't get them to work. Now, if I say I'm their peer and I'm their boss, this changes the whole, answer of ChatGPT. So if you're asking this to ChatGPT and you haven't said, who's the boss and who is not, are you peers or subordinates? The answers vary widely, right? Has the conflict affected your productivity? Yes, I am doing their work because they are too lazy. Are there others involved in this conflict, or is it strictly between you and other colleague? Other teammates are unhappy with the situation, but I'm the main one suffering. What is your resolution look like? They should work more. Okay. It seems like you're dealing with a tricky situation, as you are having to manage a colleague who isn't pulling their weight. Here's how you might go resolving this issue. Now, before we go into this, I want to say I've been to business school, I have learned this, and I know what the books say, right? I have also managed people for a long time, and I have a lot of experience doing this. Different people need different motivations. This is my personal, this is my experience, books, and opinion. And let's see what ChatGPT has to say, knowing that I'm expecting it to, have this in mind. By the way, this is in real time. I have no idea what ChatGPT is going to say. I think ChatGPT will give me several different options, which will all be around the motivations and incentives, and I would need to have a discussion about the proper incentives there. Okay, let's see. Conversation. Okay. Thoughtfully prepare for the conversation. This includes identifying specific instances where the employee is not meeting the expectations and the impacts of their behavior on the team. Now, this is crucial. Oh my God, this is so good. Impacts of their behavior on the team. This is so important for the team, right? To prepare for the conversation, and during the conversation again, I'm narrating it with no filter to guilt them a bit. It's not like when they don't do their work, they're not only negatively impacting me, they're negatively impacting everybody, right? And this is very important to be said, and ChatGPT is telling me this. I may know it, but I may have forgotten. Hold a private meeting. Set up a non-confrontational meeting with your colleague to discuss your concerns. Now, I have just had this opposite thing. We held a public meeting, and it was basically a lynch. It was not good. So, private meeting is the best way to go. I agree. Use I statements. When expressing your concerns, use I statements to avoid sounding accusatory. Instead of saying you're not doing your share of the work, you could say, I've noticed some tasks aren't getting completed on time and it's affecting the team's productivity. Yes, great thing. The way I approach this is usually I say, from my perspective, from my point of view, this is how I usually say it. So I would start the conversation with, let me explain to you my point of view. Let me explain to you what I think. And then I would give them the chance, by the way, step 4, listen to their side. Then I would say, please tell me about your side. Why? Because if I don't express the conflict, they will not say it. I held the meeting. I opened the meeting, so I have to, So I have to start. And I have to start with a non-confrontational way to express my concerns and basically lay everything out there. And then I say, tell me about your side. Give them the opportunity to explain their side of the story. Their perceived laziness might be due to personal issues, lack of motivation, or unclear expectations. So, yes. So, could be before this we said it could be due to different reasons. Let's see. Set clear expectations. If expectations weren't clear before, it's time to set them. Make sure you understand the responsibilities. Okay. Develop a performance improvement plan. Yes. What are the next steps? Follow up. Involve HR. Now, and the final is involve HR if necessary. Now, this is kind of the way this works. Okay. We don't have an HR. It is challenging to manage these situations in smaller organizations. We don't have an HR. ChatGPT knows we are small. This is This is the why GPT-4 is so good. Okay, and now it's reworking everything. And let's see what it's gonna say. Document. Yes. Exactly. So we are doing this. In our team, we're constantly documenting this. We're documenting the conflicts. Yeah. And we are documenting them, and we're raising these issues, and this is the way we're dealing with this because we don't have an HR. If we and yeah, anyways, very good, because if you don't document, later on the other side will win. Yeah, document together. By the way, document together. Yeah, does it say? No, it doesn't say. That's look at this now. Document everything. Great. Now I have been in a situation where I document literally everything I do. I do it for myself because I cannot hold it in my head. I have to put it on paper. I have to document it. And as I'm documenting, the other side is also documenting, right? And these documentations are conflicting. Often we have conflicting documentation. And I'm saying this because in every team, in every place, if more than one people are documenting, there will be different things written down. And document together. This is very important. Document together. After the end of the meeting, just say, are we clear that this was that this is what we were documenting? Yes. Okay. Seek external assistance. If the problem continues, blah blah blah, you might want to seek advice from the external help from here on is ChatGPT forever and ever. I'm not forever and ever. I'm just saying it to anyone watching. The purpose of this exercise was to show the user this. I'm going back to the lecture, by the way. This is important. I really want them to have an open conversation with ChatGPT about this and see this. And nobody in the world can ever tell me that this was bad advice. This is universally good advice. Maybe the specifics matter, but if you provide the specifics here, you will get a better answer. And that's what we're trying to achieve. I'm absolutely sure that when people are having these conversations, they will have these light bulb moments. And now, going back to the course, right? I was finishing this. I will name it conflict resolution with colleagues. Okay. I will also prepare a template for everybody. Okay. I'm forking this fork, and then I'm putting it inside the. Oh no. That's the wrong folder. I want to move it to the first interaction, but exercises. Okay. And I want to call it like this, but in the same way as the lecture, so that they can find it. Later I'll also order all of these in the proper way. Okay. Actually, I will order them now. No, I don't want to order them now. Okay. Okay, so what did I do? I forked the conversation from the part where these lessons were had. Yeah, here. And now they can simply continue the conversation from here. That's absolutely fine. Okay, these are the 10 conversations, and I want you to notice why I think this is an amazing course, right? I'm creating it, I think it's amazing, but why I think it's an amazing course? It is because I have had a lecture which is 2 minutes long. For a 2-minute lecture and 10 exercises, I will have incepted in everyone's mind 10 of the most amazing use cases. They're not most amazing, but 10 different use cases which show the potential of ChatGPT and which are helpful to people in their daily lives. Not all of them will be relevant to everybody, but the fundamentals will be. Okay, and this is the most important lecture of the course, right? We've gone through it. Amazing. I'll now save it, and I'll go here, prepared, right? Okay, over here, prepared. Okay. 6.3. Okay, what's the third lecture that we would have? The 6.3 analysis of the first 10 chats. Okay, I hope you have had some nice chats. 80% of learning how to use ChatGPT is to chat with GPT. I had to say it. Oh, nice. Hey, by the way, I had forgotten a very important bit of work for the previous lecture. So this lecture is almost ready, but I'll copy it and I'll say quick checks. Yeah, in quick checks I'll create a new folder which is proofreading, and I'll create a new chat. Hi, I'm creating a course, blah blah. Wait, I have this already. Building a course. I'm the AI course instructor. Okay, and then I'll say proofread this lecture from the course. Okay, so let's see. Oh, look at this, it changed all the text. Bad. Don't change any of the text. Keep the original text and only change places which are grammatically incorrect. All typos are irrelevant for ChatGPT, by the way. Okay. Wait. Please use square brackets and asterisks to point when places where you've made changes. Writing an email. Okay, this is the first thing it changed. Write an email. Writing an email. Okay, it proofread it. Ready, blah 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 blah. I'm pretty good, you know, but this was important, you know. I liked this change. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so apparently I didn't have any mistakes other than this one, and I'm happy that ChatGPT helped me do it. I'm saving the lecture, I'm putting it in the vault, and I'm going to the next one. Why were these chats so good? Now this is the the second most important lecture. Now I have to explain to them why they did so good. Okay, let's go. If you had some nice chats, I hope you had some nice chats. 80% of learning how to use ChatGPT is to chat with the GPT models. Okay. If you skip the exercises, please go back. Everything you will see from now on assumes you have had these conversations. You've had. Now, in this iteration, I will be reading this out loud. And I'm reading this out loud because I want to hear how my voice, how this sounds to the user. And remember, not all lectures need to be scripted, not all lectures need to be perfect, but the first this is what we identified to be the most crucial thing. And yeah. Okay. Let's go. Working with ChatGPT is goal-oriented. By the way, whenever there is bold, it means I want to emphasize this, and it's a technique I've been using for years. In all of these 10 examples, we provided a goal. I want to write an email, I want to write an essay, I want to learn how to code, I want to resolve a conflict, I want to learn how to code, have better sleep, and so on. Etc. is a bad one. Never use etc. in courses, use so on. This is the key to talking to ChatGPT, talking effectively to ChatGPT. Know what you want to achieve. The better you understand the final goal, the more meaningful the conversations. However, saying I want to write an email is very generic. I've written thousands of emails and they were all different. To have ChatGPT write a good email for you, you need to provide context. I'll separate this because this is an important new thought. To have ChatGPT write a good email for you, you need to provide context. Using the simple follow-up prompt, ask me several clarifying questions to get more context before answering. Okay, so this doesn't so. You have added. Okay. You need to provide context. Okay. In all 10 of these, in all 10 or more chats that you just had, you have added a lot of context to your question, to your questions. This was achieved through the simple follow-up prompt. Ask me several clarifying questions to get more context before answering. In the following lectures, we will okay. Whenever ChatGPT provides a bad answer, feel free to fall back to this. Okay, not fall back is a good word, but it's a bit hard. And if you're a non-native, maybe you don't know this word. So I'll say feel free to go back to this first interaction with and ask the AI for several clarifying questions. That's how you ensure you'll never have a bad chat again. This is a strong statement, but I'll say it. I'll say it because I have to hype it. I have to hype it because yeah, not all chats are good. You will always have chats that are not good. Maybe GPT is not good enough yet for many of the chats, but yeah, we'll see. This is how you will ensure you'll never have a bad chat again. In the following lectures, we will focus on we'll focus on context and how to provide it well. For every successful chat, you okay. We'll focus on the two basic ingredients: forming a goal, and providing context. Thanks for watching. Done. 240 words, that's a minute and a half. So notice for the past 45 minutes we've been, polishing these lectures. We want them to be perfect. They need to be perfect. These are the first interactions with the bot. People will expect them to be of the highest quality ever, and I will make sure that they are, right? As we said, we are determined to, hook them. If we go through this section together, if the people go through a section, if they have had the aha moment 10 times plus, if they have had very short lecture, imagine you've seen 5 minutes of video and now you are top 5 percentile in the world. This is no joke. I'm sure that if they have had not only these questions, but I've also prepared this bonus lecture here, bonus unlimited exercises generator, where I show them how to create unlimited exercises for themselves, to top use case for teachers, by the way. Yeah, if they go through this, I'm sure they will be better than 95% of the people who have ever spoken to ChatGPT. 99% even of the people who have ever spoken with. So this is my goal. I want every person that has seen this first section of my course to know this instructor provided me with everything I needed to understand ChatGPT. And I also as a teacher, I think I have a calling to be a teacher, and as such, I will receive great gratitude. Most of the thing, how to express myself, I will feel very good if I'm the person who has sparked this aha moment for many of the people. I think this is the most important thing. All of these lectures will be for free because I want to teach them to everybody. Everything other that comes in the course will be secondary, but these first impressions, these first chats, these first revelations that they have had, I want to be associated with them, right? Myself as the teacher who taught them, like the teacher who taught you in university, the one that made you like or school. I love mathematics because I had a very good teacher. This is not a joke, right? If you have shitty teachers, you will hate ChatGPT. But if you have good teachers, you will love ChatGPT, and you will love your teacher for saying it. And maybe I'm recording this for other teachers, other people who are teaching stuff. But there is nothing better, nothing more rewarding for a teacher than knowing or seeing in the eyes of the student that I know this thanks to you, teacher. And this is the effect that we want to create. Maybe you're watching this because you want to create a course. You're creating the course and you have to be thinking, will the student watch this lecture and say, fuck yeah, thanks for telling me, I love you, you know? And this is what I'm trying to do, right? This is the thing I'm trying to achieve with these lectures. Okay. Now I'm tired from recording all of this. But yeah, in this build in public, I've decided to in this build in public, sorry, my phone is ringing. In this build in public scenario, what I'm doing is, first I'm practicing myself to record videos. Now, this is something very important that people overlook, but you know, to look good on camera, to sound good on camera, to gather your thoughts well, you have to practice. And I will, at the end of this build in public series, I will have practiced for 10 plus hours to talk in the microphone. I will see the different lighting, I will see the different videos, I will see the different that's why I pulled up the microphone. I had it, but I thought I can do it without it. I can't. It's gonna be shit if I'm using the other stuff. I cleaned my camera. I found these other stuff, you know. I found how to record videos better for blah blah blah. I'm doing all of this. I'm also reviewing my course live as I'm going through it. I will not go through everything, right? But I'll go through the main stuff because they're important to me and they're very important for the course. And yeah, and these are the most important things to share with you anyways. Okay, why were these chats so good? Go and context. How to write a great prompt. Go and okay, forming a goal and providing context. The dog just came. I think he's hungry now. This means I will stop recording here. Yeah, I don't think I can do another one. It's 50 minutes already. I'll record the next ones a bit later after I feed the dog maybe. Okay guys, so thanks for watching. If you're watching this, yeah, probably if you've reached this, thanks. And in the next few lectures I'll go through the rest of the first interaction, and we need to absolutely nail this. We need to nail this section. We want to have, you know, short punctual lectures, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, and then, you know, use cases, exercises, use cases, and everybody's like, oh my god, this is the best course ever. Yeah, this is what we want to achieve. And then everything which is not that important, it is left for the next few sections. There are many sections, but they're not, you know, these stars, they show us what's important, and we have to keep our eyes on the prize. And the prize is be the teacher who has truly taught ChatGPT, and it's not about having, you know, the longest course. It's about having the most impactful one. And I think we're getting there. Yeah. Thanks everybody, and yeah, see you in a bit.